Hi guys, welcome back. Happy New Year. Hope you had a good Christmas and all that. So I'm going to do some work on the 33, but we're going to combine it a bit with the 31. Got new caster brackets for my R33. I'll show you later. But I've made an abortion trying to make a big power brace, and R33 brackets seem to be very pricey in Queensland, so I managed to get these off eBay. So we got to scan them and make gussets for them. And then while we're scanning stuff, I'm gonna look at doing the traction brackets for R31. So this is a cut down sedan diff housing. So I've got to put white on things because the scanner doesn't like seeing shiny objects. So the duller it is, the better it scans. R31 clutch pedal. So it's either COVID tax or rarity or whatever it's going on with these things, but they're skyrocketing in price. So I'm going to do a reproduction one, and then my 7-to-1 under dash Woolwood reverse swing pedal. So scan this and see if we can fit this in an R31 also. But yeah, the main things we're going to do is scan this R33 caster bracket and make a gusset, and then I'm going to scan, this is my R33 rear cradle, but obviously you can see it's a high cast thing, but all my hubs and everything are non-high cast, so I want to make a plate that comes in here and I can bolt it on, so I'll have to make some lockout washers and everything. This is the scanner. Not sure why they're white, because everybody that's going to use them has dirty hands, but it's a Peel 2 from Peel 3D, and then it just shoots white light and measures how long it takes to come back. And this is the scanning program, so we'll see if it works. If we can pull the button, I don't know if you can see it shooting the white light, but there we go. You got to try and keep this bar in the green, and then that's all the data that it's collecting over there. But see how much better it goes with white when you have things that are white versus things that are shiny black. Oh, we're too close. So we just got to try and focus on the bits that we want. So we want that toe arm hole, and then that boss where we're going to screw it in. So that hole, that boss, that hole, that boss mainly. Oh, it's lost its tracking. Yep. We might have to do this properly. I have to put some targets on it, I think. Right, so reset the scan. I've got these targets, so they come. I don't know, there's a pack down there, and they come like 500 in a pack, but these just help the scan work out where it is. And I just cut up an old learner's plate and stuck them on so I can reuse them for everything. I'm not sure how difficult they're going to be, but I just figured if I can reuse them, that'd be better. So we just got to change some settings because I forgot to put these two on, and then we can go start scanning, and then we can scan away. You can see now that it's got targets, it highlights them red, so it knows where it is in real world space. So I'm just got to try and get as much detail. I've got it set to 1mm accuracy, so it should be pretty good. Coming along not too bad. I'm a bit close according to the thing, but yeah, it's going. So I'll just scan this and then I'll show you how to get it into Inventor. So this is the scan. All we're really worried about is this here, this here, this here. You can even see where the old imprint was, and this here. Might have to whip this one up with a grinder, get rid of the factory spatter, but we'll have to put in some lockout washers in here. and all that as well, but I ended up making an attempt to scan down the side to try and see if I was going to do stiffeners for these things. There. But let's just press some buttons, see what happens. We can cut out a bit because we don't need. Right, so that got rid of all that. And then all these floating bits and pieces down here. We just come remove isolated objects. See how they all go red? Whoop, I need that one. We might scan this separately, so I'll just knock a whole heap of this stuff out. All I really need today is just these 4 holes. Hit delete. Right, and then we're just going to come through here and cut a heap of this stuff out that we scanned, but we might not want right now. That pretty much gives us the surface that we're after. That'll do us. Right, now we need to make control where I stuffed up last time. See here it's 1.4 millimeters deviation. That's 0.3 average. So that's fine. One of them. See how well Nissan lined all this stuff up. Close. Basic entities. Yeah, on the bottom face here. Unable, unable, unable. 0.155. And I just need somehow to make a center line. Oh, let's see if we can do it. Intersections of 2 planes. Puts a line there. And then we need a point on line. Pick the line. That'll do me. Now we can realign the scan. Not that one. Pick the plane. You can be Z. Pick the line. You can be Y. And the point is the. There you go. Now the axis is there. So when it comes into CAD, it'll be the right way up. So create mesh. And then we do this transfer to Inventor. This could take a while. Maybe not. There it is. There's the scan. I like to change it to like a light color. Oh. And there it is. Now I just gotta reorientate this. go. So what happened is our XY plane is now here. Alright, very good. And we can see the angle difference between here and here. So we can do the ultimate dodge and do a 3-point plane here. Pick another one of these triangle bits. There. And do another one for this one. Point. Where's the points? One. Pick a point over here somewhere. Where are you? What are you points? 2, 3. But yeah, I'll just turn so it's easier to see. Yeah, see? Now we can draw over it. Simple as that. So I'll just draw it up and then I'll show you what it comes up to. Alright, so had a bit of a fiddle. This is what I come up with. The spaces for the rod ends are about 44 millimeters, so I've just extruded in the center of these slots a 12.5 mil by 44 millimeter cylinder. And then yeah, I'm going to do it out of like 4 mil because then I can still dipple die it. We'll see how it goes. 1.5 nipple dies. How much does it weigh? Yeah. A bit different in 13. Under a kilo. So that should secure it, and then we'll obviously have to put a locking washer in here to get rid of the use of the slot. It makes it just a round thing, and then we can rely on the toe arm to do the adjustment. So that's what that is. So it hasn't worked out too bad. Now I'll just send it to laser cut. Actually, I might reduce the size of these. It's a bit thin here for the die, but I'll send it to the laser cut and get it going. So it worked out pretty good, I think. From scanning it to here, I think I'm in it like an hour and 10 minutes, including the convert and everything. I redrew this like 5 times because of the angle. The angle here, it's not flat, so it needs a bend. But I think I've only drawn it with one fold, but I think I'll need to put a crease through here. You can see how it doesn't sit flush on the cylinder, but you know, it's not far off. I'm not sure we can measure, but it's, oh, of course it's in inches. It's 0.3 millimeters off sitting flat, so I think just a little crease, but I'll just do it by feel when I get it. So that works out good. And then while I got yous, I'll just show you all the other stuff that I've been tooting around with. So here's the R33 caster bracket. So I scanned him up. It's just the inner side, not the outside. And then yeah, just drawing it on top. Not going to worry about putting tabs and stuff so you can stitch weld or whatever. Just gonna, I usually like to sit them down on the flat and use the radius here as a weld prep, but each to their own. What do we got this on? Hidden edges. So we just need to clear the bush for the lower radiator pins. It's got a big rubber bush that comes through there, so I'm just going to put a dimple over it. And then yeah, you can see I've put the holes larger, so the the shouldered head bolts will take up that. So that's the R33 caster bracket dimples. I think they turned out alright. Here's the R31 traction bracket. So I've got some compensating plates on the inside instead of the outside because I'm clamping over the original mount. We just got to come back to the inside diameter so the factory lower trailing arm will work, and then we're just going to put two 10mm bolts. So you have to drill two 10mm holes to line this up, but I'm going to fold this so it sits flat on the back, and then we're going to bolt through that hole. See, it's got that hole there. I'm going to put a 12mm bolt through it, so then you can line it up here, snug this down, and then you can center pop these to drill those. So I think that worked out alright too. And then this is the clutch pedal. So I had a crack at scanning an R31 clutch pedal, and I'm going to reproduce them. So this is all going to be 3mm mild steel, and the pedal shaft will be 6mm, and this will be 3mm. So it'll be a lot more robust than the 1.6 sheet that they come with originally. The only catch is having trouble finding a replacement R31 or R32, apparently they're the same, clutch pedal spring or brake pedal spring. So I might have to retrofit something, some torsion spring or something, so it can sit in here, and I might have to weld a tab on the side here to lock it in. But I'm not too worried about the little travel limiter, because they're the same in all Nissans, so they're easily available, S13, whatever. And then the pad I'm not too worried about, because it's very easy to get. Kelpro or whatever, R32, even the 350Z are the same apparently. So, and GQ patrols, GQ I think it is, whichever one the Maverick is, that model patrol. So they're all the same apparently. So yeah, had a bit going on. We've drawn up a bit, and then shits and giggles, I scanned an R31 crossmember, engine crossmember. I was going to see how difficult it would be to cut the back of it off and provide like a wisefab type setup where we narrowed this down a bit but moved the rack up, because you can only really get 15mm rack forward before the boot cuts on the bolt here. So I was going to turn it around, put a domed bolt, or what is it, button head cap screw through here, so there'll be nothing sharp to cut the boot, and they're quite low profile, probably like 10mm or so, and then flip it around, put the nut on the front because it doesn't interfere with the engine mount or anything like that. Yeah, so trim this down maybe 10mm, move this forward another 10mm, and then because I get rid of 12 to 15mm of bolt projection, I can move it forward, so we might get like 35 to 40mm rack forward in an R31 crossmember. So when I got some more time job, that, or we're just gonna redraw it, bang, 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 and then a folded plate across the back, and then this one runs across the front, and that'll box that in so I can put a plate on the bottom. And then I was just going to use bolt through, I think they're a hydraulic fitting, but like bolt through clasps, so it'll just be like a hollowed out tube with 6 bolts in them, and they're split in half, and I'll just get the machine to be the same diameter as the rack body, so I'll actually hold on the rack body instead of having all this stuff. And then I'll have to put 2 captive nuts, so I can put a little guide here that you can interchange if you want to put like a 33 rack in, or if you want to put a R31, to just make it so one side will do an R31, then we'll flip it over and it'll give you the 15mm further across to be able to put like a 33 or a 32 or an S13 rack in. So that'll be a bit of a back burner job, but I'll get all these, where did it all go? I'll get all these DXFs made, and then we'll send it all out to laser cutting, and then I'll catch up with you once that's finished and show you how it all actually went. Did I save that? There it is. Yeah, see how it all actually fit up in the end, eh? The workshop's a bit of a mess. I've been sort of like flat tack, trying to get all my laser cutting and stuff processed to square it all away and start with a clean slate. Monday, a lot of the suppliers opened. Some of them didn't open on the 9th, some of them are open on the 18th, so 16th? Yeah, it could be 16th. So I should be able to get new supplies of braided lines and hopefully get my zinc back, and then I can catch up in all orders. I think there's 3 or 4 orders at the moment that are withheld. It's just missing braided lines mainly, and Sam's usually good with his braided lines. They won't take too long to get in. So anyway, hopefully you found this enjoyable, and I'll catch you in the next one. Right.